What up, everybody? This is Dregs One. Welcome to another episode of the History of the Bay podcast, recorded right here at Empire Studios in San Francisco, California. Got my man Eric behind the lens today, holding us down, repping for the team. And today we got a special guest. This brother doesn't do too many interviews, you know what I'm saying? He lets the music speak for him, but it's doing good. He's been making noise for a minute, his own lane, his own vibe, but still keeping the Bay Area, still keeping it Frisco.
Hell yeah, appreciate you.
Talking about with the one and only Ramirez.
Appreciate it, man. Thank y'all for having me as always, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Pleasure.
Yeah, for sure. Now, your name has been ringing for a minute.
Right.
Matter of fact, the one of the people that has been advocating for you the most in my circle is Black C. Shout out to Black C, RBL.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
He's always been speaking highly of you.
Right.
So, you know, that's a good look. Get that cosign.
Yeah, man. Black Sea, man, that's, legend. You know what I mean? Especially me being from the same area he's from.
That's right.
I grew up on his music a lot, you know what I mean? And, him advocating for me the way he does is something that, you know what I mean, I can only dream of, you know what I mean? So, it's a blessing.
I know that feeling. Yeah, because that's Frisco royalty.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I mean, I've been doing this for a minute, and then just me being able to meet, they say don't meet your heroes.
Yeah.
Nah, but in this case, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm glad I met him.
That's one of the good heroes to meet.
Yeah.
Some of the other heroes, I don't know, case by case basis, right? No, but that's real talk though, because it's like when you grow up listening to this music, it plays a big role in your life. It's
right.
Like we always had our own thing going on here, underground shit.
Mm-hmm.
That is like, to me, the shit coming out of my backyard was bigger than what was in the mainstream.
Nah, for
at
sure.
the time.
I mean, like we got our own little world over here. You know what I mean? And if you're not part of it, you're missing out.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So that's how I just grew up. I grew up on this music out here, and I fell in love with everything that was coming out of here.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So whereabouts in San Francisco are you from, bro?
I grew up in Hunters Point on Thomas Avenue. But I'd always be jumping back and forth from Mission.
Okay.
Right off of Bryant and 22nd.
Okay.
My grandma was living there and my mom was living on Hunters Point.
Mm.
So it's always be bouncing back.
Two
and
sides
forth.
of the family.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Where's your family from?
My mom is from Nicaragua and my pops is from Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So the Mission and the Point.
Yeah, man. Just that's the hub.
What was it like for you growing up in the city?
Oh, it was cool, man. Different, diverse, cultures. You know what I mean. So like, I wasn't just introduced to one thing. That's where like my love of music comes from. You know what I mean. It's just introduced from many different types of cultures and introduced to many different types of music. So my upbringing was super chill. You know what I mean. I got family that be gangbanging, that used to gangbang. So, I got light of that as well, you know what I mean? So it was just a melting pot of shit.
I'm assuming that's the Mission side of the family.
Yeah.
That was a very active neighborhood.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, man, back in the day,
People
for sure.
might not realize it was very funky stepping through there. You was going to run into
back in the day, for sure.
Gangbang activity out there.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to high school?
I went to school. Well, I got kicked out. Went to school to Mission, and then I got kicked out. And then my mom ended up picking up and moving down to San Pablo, Richmond area.
Got you.
So I finished going to school out there.
So you got some East Bay influence too.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
What kind of student were you? You say you got kicked out, so you're getting in trouble early.
I was getting into trouble, causing mayhem.
What were you doing?
Well, the first time, because they give you warnings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get through, like, your suspensions and whatnot. The first time I got caught with some weed, regular kid shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then the last time I got into a fight, and they were just like, nah, you're too much. We're not having it.
Yeah, that pretty much happened to me, too, bro. It's kind of crazy. Like, a fight is also, like, some regular shit, bro.
Right, yeah. You know what I mean? It's growing pains.
Yeah.
Growing pains. But, I mean, if you wreaking havoc, you wreaking havoc. If that's how they see it.
Yeah, they don't want you there. They're going to find a way.
Pretty much.
Okay, so that's where you finished school in the East Bay. Mm-hmm. Was that like a different switch for you, or
yeah? I mean, it's slower pace out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
you know, it's still diverse as hell, but it's not as busy as it is out here. You know what I mean? It's fast moving out here.
Right.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. It's a different different way of life out there, low key. Did you get into the music young, or were you doing other stuff before that?
Yeah, nah, I started fucking with the music like at 16, but it was nothing too serious. You know what I mean? It was just me and a couple of homies that were doing some shit. And then I stopped for like up until like I was like 20. And then 20, I started putting my shit on SoundCloud. And then, yeah, I see it. I was getting like 100 plays, you know what I'm saying? At that time when you're not getting really that much plays, you get 100 plays, you going platinum.
That's true.
You think you going platinum. So then that happened, and I just stuck with it from then. So I've been doing this for like 12 years.
Yeah. So do you feel like you went like a different route, a non-traditional route?
Yeah, type shit, yeah, from like the sound that I was making, for sure. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I was doing that like 3-6 inspired sound, you know what I mean, when I first started. Because everybody, you know what I'm saying, has this, when you hear Bay Area music, you hear a particular sound, you know what I mean? And you can tell like, oh, that's Bay Area music. And so when I started, I was like, man, you know what, like, I like the sound, I love the sound, but I kind of want to branch off and see where I can take it with my own type of sound or my own inspirations, you know what I mean?
Got you.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. What's some of the main influences from the Bay?
Right.
And what's some of the main influences from outside?
Outside of the Bay?
Yeah.
Main influences from the Bay, RBL Posse for sure, Dre Dog, you know what I mean? There's this group out here that were called 3-6 that Dre Dog used to rap with.
Oh, are you talking about Brothers from the Mission?
Mm-hmm.
You talking about ADR LeVay and all that?
Yep. So like them, Brother Lynch Hung, you know what I mean? A bunch of Selsky and Jack. The mob figures like the old mob shit, the old mob music shit.
Mm-hmm.
That. And then outside of the Bay, I got 3-6, Bone Thugs, Z-Ro from Texas. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, like, I got all those sounds and just try to mold my own type of sound with it.
That's a good approach because, I mean, one thing about the music, there's so many artists, right. So it's good to stand out.
Mm-hmm.
And when you take, like, all the good artists take from other good artists, little influences, right. Little styles,
right.
And then you take those and you kind of make it your own over time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, so you start putting stuff on SoundCloud and you go for like 100 plays and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
At what point did things start to like pick up for you?
Man, I probably like around late 2014, everything started like really moving. And then the beginning of 2015, I went on my first tour. Like, you know, some rinky-dink shit, you know what I mean? Just a couple of homies putting it together. And so we did that, and then I met my really good friend Pouya and his team that are in Miami, and this is 2016. He's like, yo, come out to Miami, we'll make some music. And at that point, I was just like, I was in between. I was like, all right, man, am I going to do this for real? Or am I, like, it's just something I'm doing right now? And then went to Miami, and then everything just started happening for me. Like, you know, that's when I made the decision. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna like really do this for real.
What else did you have on the table at the time? Did you have another direction?
Yeah, I was working, you know what I mean? I was working my regular job. I was getting in the union at the time.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so
a good
like,
look.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
like, you know, it's a good paying job.
Hell yeah.
You know, so I was just like, man, like, if I do this, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? Because ain't no going back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You can't just like.
You can't just bounce out and be like, oh, yo, I'm back.
Yeah.
And it don't work like that.
It takes a few years to.
Yeah, man. So that mean, you know what I mean? Like, I was telling my girl, she's been with me forever, and I was just telling her, I'm like, yo, like, I'm gonna go to Miami. Like, I need to do this. Because if I don't do it, then I'm gonna just be working at union. I'm like, damn, I could have been doing some other shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I had on the table. I had the union job, and then I had rapping on the side. It was just fucking around, little hobby shit on the side.
And it just started taking off like organic, like SoundCloud.
Yeah, man,
SoundCloud,
yeah.
YouTube.
It was all on
shit.
SoundCloud. You know what I mean? It was all on SoundCloud. Like, 100 plays would be 1,000 plays. And then I remember getting my first 10,000 plays. I was just like, damn, like, this is crazy. You know what I mean? So, I mean, everything just, like, it was a slow climb.
Yeah.
But a slow climb is better than, you know.
Slow motion better than no motion.
Yeah, exactly.
So you was putting out, like, just songs on a consistent
Yeah.
basis.
Every Friday.
Every Friday,
Every
new
Friday,
song.
one song at least.
And this was 2014?
2014, 2015.
Do you feel like you were ahead of the curve for doing that back then?
Nah, it was just, you know.
You just had it.
Doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
just
doing
doing it.
So you weren't thinking of like, all right, how do I promote this? You're like,
Nah, bro. I mean, I was my only avenue was SoundCloud and Instagram. You know what I mean? So like that was it. That's all I had at the time. I wasn't really tripping on like the logistics of the music. You know what I mean? Like, oh, like how can I make it bigger?
Yeah.
Or shit like that. I was just putting it out just to put it out.
Yeah. That's tight.
Yeah, it was never something like where I was like, oh, I'm gonna figure out the business side of it, and like, you know. It was just like, oh, let me just keep putting music out. People are fucking with it, obviously. And then, yeah, it grew organically.
That's great. When you talked about like some of your influences, right? You went from like 3-6 to like Brother Lynch Hung.
Mm-hmm.
You're into the horrorcore, and you said ADR LeVade, and you know.
I like darker beats, yeah.
You like dark stuff.
Well, back in the day, for sure. You know what I mean? At that time when I was making music, yeah, I like darker beats. You know what I mean?
What do you think attracted you to that kind of sound?
I like the grittiness of it. You know what I mean? It's dirty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and not that refined. You know, that's what really attracted me to it at the time, for sure.
Yeah, if you listen to like early 3-6 or like a lot of Memphis stuff. A lot of their stuff is like not mixed perfectly.
Yeah,
but it sounds.
It sounds so good.
Hidden, yeah. A lot of it's like you could tell they made this stuff at a home studio,
mm-hmm.
And a lot of it is like independent. That like Memphis had a whole independent scene just like we did. So
yep, for sure. Yeah, you know
similar.
Like I mean, same thing we're here. Like you can, you know, like the West Coast Bad Boy series, and all these like, you know, compilation albums that would come out here. Like you could hear that. And these like that type of music as well, you know what I mean? So like, anything that was tight, like that type of shit, like really gravitated towards me, just because like it made it obtainable.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of homies making music.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not a, you know, because growing up, you see all these music videos and you see all these stuff where it feels like it's unobtainable, but then you know you go back to the homeland and you see the actual roots of shit.
Oh yeah.
You see all these people doing it on their own. You know what I mean? So that's what made it like tangible for me, and that's what the music I grew up on. That's why I love it so much. You know what I mean? Because it gave me that avenue.
Yeah, for sure. Yep, very well said. I mean, I have a similar experience too. Just discovering, I literally just seen this shit.
Yeah,
I literally seen the flyers and the stickers and the rappers.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up in Lakeview and being like, oh shit, that's Baldhead Rick.
Yeah,
that's bruh from the album cover. You know what I mean? So that makes it way more real than like, you know, like the P Diddy shiny suit type of shit you see on MTV.
Right, yeah, for sure.
And I also asked that question because like speaking of like SoundCloud, that platform has been like a good platform for different genres,
right,
different styles.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think of like some of the music I've heard from you, it's like more like the 75 BPM type of stuff. Like around that time too, 2014, I feel like that's when like some people was doing like cloud rap.
Right. Yeah.
And then also a lot of like the Houston, the Screwed and Chopped stuff was kind of ASAP Rocky and all that was kind of popping again through SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of makes sense that you were able to find an audience.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I guess it was right moment, right time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, plus you putting something out every week though. I didn't know that. That's like.
Yeah, I was trying to. You know what I mean? That was something I really wanted to do. Just because, like, you know, I mean, because I wasn't doing shit. I would go from work straight to the crib.
Yeah.
I wasn't on shit. I wasn't going out. I wasn't focused on doing none of that. I was focused on making music.
Right.
So, you know, I try to finish a song within 3 days. when week starts Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, have a song at least finished by Thursday, drop it Friday. That's how it was for me for like at least like a year and a half, 2 years, damn near.
Were you at the job like, hey, this is my new shit, or were you keeping it cutty? Like, this is just something you did on your own?
Yeah, I was just on my own shit. Just on my own shit, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tight. And this is all like home studio.
Home studio, bro.
Yeah.
I remember. I still remember my setup. I had the Scarlett, the little red box. I had a blue microphone, the blue, the Snow. Oh, it's not the Yeti. My bad.
Yeah,
Yeti.
Okay.
Pop filter.
You had the Guitar Center special.
Pretty much, bro.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And then GarageBand.
Yeah.
I was mixing, mastering my own shit, and then like, at the time, like when I first started, I was getting beats off of YouTube.
Right.
You know what I mean? Type beats.
Right.
And just using that, and then I'd find producers on Twitter or whatever, and they send me beats, and then that's how I started making original music in a sense.
So you mean people through the internet online?
Yeah, everybody I met that's outside of the Bay, I met through the internet.
Interesting. What about locally? Were you working with anybody out here, or?
Nah, not really.
Interesting.
Not really. Cause like I said, like here's like it's a sound that, you know what I mean. It's kind of it's the signature sound coming out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. And when at the time when I was making the music, not too many people were making the type of beats I was looking for. You know what I mean? I had to kind of venture out.
Yeah, when you say like the Bay Area sound, I had this conversation I think with Yee on here.
Right.
People were like, we'll play like some goofy ass like version of hyphy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, that's not our style. But then when you listen to like Jacka and Hustler or Nickatina,
right,
you'll hear like some different sounding shit.
Yeah.
But that's the Bay Area sound, actually.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
But that's not the sound that people might know us for.
Yeah. Nah, facts, for sure.
So I think also, too, like just in observation, just listening to you, it sounds like you started building like a community online.
That's
collaborators.
That's pretty much happening. Like, it just goes back to like making the sound that I wanted to make. And there wasn't too many people out here that were doing it. So that's why I ended up getting my own little studio I had, you know what I mean, so I can fucking record myself, mix and master myself. It's like I wasn't trying to wait on nobody.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like, you know what I mean, like if I'm Jack from a crack, ain't nobody gonna give me no free studio time, you know what I'm saying? You know, so I had to get it how I could get it, get beats from whoever's down to send me beats, you know what I mean? And so yeah, I built a really good community online. And a lot of people that were driven as well with the music shit. Right.
Yeah, that's the thing about Twitter. I mean, I done met and worked with people from Europe and Asia. I done a few LPs with a Japanese producer, my boy Ilsugi. And but that sound that you're talking about, like the sound that you developed, I feel like that is kind of big nationwide, like, and overseas. There's people that's like, that's their fucking lane. Yeah. That's the shit that they make. That's the shit they listen to. That's what they're about.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, I've reached Russia. You know what I mean? I've done shows in Russia. I've done shows in Japan. You know what I mean? So like, I don't trip off of it, but all my partners tell me like, yo, that shit it's on a global scale. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I don't see it. But they're like, yeah, but it's because, you know what I mean? Like, you're working with all these different people. You're touching different avenues. Yeah. And it's word of mouth game is still. Yeah. You know? Like,
that Bay Area sound that we're talking about has those pockets, too, overseas. Yeah. But I feel like the world has been more exposed to some of the styles that you've kind of followed in.
I think it's kind of easier to digest. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People have seen it before.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's easier to digest and... you know, it's kind of inviting in a sense.
Well, also, if you're into, that's why I asked you what attracted you to that sound. Because a lot of people are into that sound, too. Right. Like, a lot of people do prefer some darker sounding shit. Right. They don't want to fucking listen to Don't Worry, Be Happy. You know what I mean? Some people do, and ain't nothing wrong. That shit slaps, too. But, you know what I mean? Like, there's a time and a place, but sometimes it's like the grittiness, the reality people seem to identify with that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, especially when you're younger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're younger, it's fuck the world. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know, that's why, like, you know, like now I kind of make a different sound as I'm older. You know what I mean? So like, I don't see things the same way I used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. It's good to grow as an artist also. Yeah, matter of fact, actually, we should have been said this. You got the new album out right now.
Yeah, the Playa Manual II.
Playa Manual II, which we'll get into further, but just want to make sure that we push that to the masses. Because I was listening to that. I was like, all right, this is like definitely a little more upbeat type of vibe than some of the stuff I heard you do over time. But I think also this conversation, to get back to like you're finding these producers and stuff, kind of seems like maybe this is also why you weren't like necessarily on like the Bay Area radar to a degree, because you're going outside of the Bay. In a different sound. Would you agree?
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, I think so, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like, but the thing about the Bay is very loving to the artist. You know, they show a lot of love. And like, same thing, like, with me not doing interviews. Like, I really don't care about I don't like eyes on me like that, you know what I mean? So I'm cool with flying under the radar, you know what I mean? If you like the music, that's what matters to me.
Right.
More than anything else. Like, it's cool, like, oh yeah, he's from the Bay. He's a Bay native. I'm a Bay native for sure. I love being from out here. I love my roots. But when it comes to the music is the music.
There's also a thing too of where like you can get pigeonholed out here real easy.
Right.
You can be a big fish in a small pond.
Yeah. And I've seen it.
Yeah,
sure.
We've all seen it, bro. Do you think, are you starting to get more recognition now locally? Or people are you still kind of getting familiar with you?
Everything's a blur to me, so I can't even tell you, like, oh yeah.
You're just tunnel vision.
I'm just like tunnel visioned out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I can't really tell you.
You're one of those guys, huh? You're like, hey, I don't know how the music's doing, but it's doing something.
It's doing something, man. Shit, I'm on tour. You know what I mean? So nah, but yeah, I mean, I can tell a little bit for sure. You know what I mean? Because like you said, I was kind of under the radar being from the Bay, and like with the new sound, a lot of people are more, you know, they're fucking with it more, especially out here. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm representing the city a little bit more, because usually I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I noticed that. That's why I was kind of looking forward to meeting you, because like a lot of the imagery or the videos I've seen, it's not local stuff, which to a degree is good, because like I said, like you could easily just be just another Bay Area rapper,
right?
And there's a point where I think the rest of the world stops taking that as seriously as some people do out here.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, like, my thing, for me, I think nothing sells better than being a little bit of mysteriousness. You know what I'm saying? Having that little, like, oh, damn, where's he from? I want to get to know him more. People dive in more to see what they can find anything out about you. You know what I mean? So that's why, like, a lot of that I do is, like, everywhere else except home. You know what I mean? Just because, like, I know people are going to be like, damn, where's you from? A lot of people thought I was from L.A. A lot of people thought I was from, you know, Texas. A lot of people thought I was from, you know, different parts of the country. But they don't know, so they want to find that out, and so they'll dive in deeper into your music or stuff like that to just hear those little nods if you do say anything, you know?
That's a good approach.
Yeah.
There's also another thing about local music, is that being too accessible.
That's the thing, yeah.
Where it's like, the first time you see somebody, you're like, oh, bro, guess what I just see at the liquor store? And then the next, 10 times, it's like, yeah, what's his name down at the liquor store again? Like,
no, facts, though. That's 100% there. 100%. Like, yeah, like, I mean, yeah, it's just pretty much what you're saying. It's just like you get too accessible and people lose interest in you. You know what I mean? Because you don't have nothing to sell to them right now. You know what I mean? They found everything out about you. You know what I mean? So what's more to tell? You know what I mean? There's not much to tell after they find everything. Where you're from, what you do, you know what I mean? That's why, like, my music is so... I like to think of my music to be not just one genre, you know what I mean? Like, I'll sing, I'll do this, I'll hit them left field, and they wouldn't know what's coming on the next one.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, interesting, man. I do think... I mean, we're just jumping around in this conversation, but maybe now it is a good time for you to come back and plant the flag a little bit.
Yeah.
And make your presence felt a little stronger. And so now you're working with Empire.
Yeah, I'm with Empire now. Yeah. Yeah, man.
So I know, Ghazi was excited to have you on board. He mentioned it to me. And, that's like, for those who don't know, that's like the #1 advocate for the Bay Area and San Francisco.
Yep.
And you just had the event at FTC. Shout out my boy Kent.
Shout out Kent, man.
And everybody else over there. Yeah.
Real legend.
So now it kind of does seem like a good time to kind of establish the presence a little bit.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. Like, I was telling my manager, I'm like, yeah, man, it's time. You know what I mean? It's time to go back home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything comes full circle. So I did what I needed to do, and I did it at a perfect time in my early 20s.
Right.
In my 20s. And
how old are you now?
I'm 31 now.
Okay.
I'm 31, so I was just like, man, it's homecoming. You gotta come back home. Not with just the music, but just entirely, you know what I mean, with everything.
It's good to have a home base.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like this music is what raised me, and I want to give everything back to it.
Right. Yeah, that's the other thing, is that there's still a scene here, and then I think especially with Empire being here.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like really keeping the industry.
Yeah, man. I mean,
here,
I'm working hard. You know what I mean? And that's all you can ask for, is somebody that appreciates what you do, and not only appreciates what you do, but is driven just as you are as an artist. You know what I'm saying? And wants to give you that platform.
Right.
You know what I mean? To be as successful as you can be or want to be. You know what I mean? That's why, like, I'm happy to be here. It's good that it's at home too. You know what I mean? Like, it just makes you want to work harder to put the city on.
Yeah, for sure. Because now we got some national spotlight on us, and we got some serious paper coming through.
Yeah, and that's the thing about, like, being from the Bay. Like, there's so much music, but it was never on a national hub like that. Right. You know what I mean? It was never. Motherfuckers in New York wasn't bumping the shit out here. You know
not like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not like that. They would be like I said earlier, like little pockets of people that know what's
that
up.
knew what the fuck was going on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, so like, I think we're in a fortunate time where we can, you know what I mean, as artists, spew out our music.
Yeah,
globally and not just nationally. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You know, it's a perfect time for music, and it gets me thinking, like, damn, imagine if the rappers back in the day had the avenues we have now. How far would it get? You know what I mean?
That's why I was interested. I didn't do too much research going into this today, because I was like, I just want to talk to dude and find out by talking to him.
Right.
So when he said that, like, SoundCloud was your outlet, I'm like, oh, that's very, like, modern, I guess you could say.
Right.
It wasn't like you were, not that there's anything wrong with it, but like passing out flyers or just doing the regular shit. SoundCloud is like sounds like it was a perfect outlet for you to grow your audience.
Like I said, I think I caught it at the right time. You know what I mean?
Right time, yeah.
Right time. It was a free place to put your music up. You know what I mean?
This was before like the premium shit.
Yeah, this is before, way before.
That's when SoundCloud was functioning almost like its own social media with the reposting.
Yeah, man. Like it was like pretty much its own social media. You know what I mean? Like people were on that every single day. And like if it was like, you know, you're sharing your thoughts on it. You know what I mean? But you're sharing your music instead.
Right.
And people were out there looking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They were looking for what's popping, what's the next fucking big thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I caught it at the perfect time, honestly, because like it benefited me. You know what I mean? It took as fucked up as it is to say, it took the street hustle of pushing your music out. It made it more accessible to get fans not only outside of your area but in a wider spectrum. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to take a second to give Lil B his flowers.
No, for sure.
Because I think he was the first one who
understood
sure. that globally, not just in the Bay Area. He was the first one that was like, Twitter? All right, I'm finna send people my music.
Yeah, and like, at least for me, I took notes on all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, the internet's a tool. And who worked it better?
Yeah.
Nobody than Lil B, you know what I mean? Like, Lil B pretty much took what he had in front of him and made it work.
Real talk.
You know what I mean? So, like, I saw that happening. Like, I'm watching this shit firsthand.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
We all were. We
were all watching it firsthand. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like, to not many people, like, a lot of people, it didn't click. But for those that did click, like, understood the assignment. You know what I mean? And like, all right, internet's here. Let's get shit cracking.
Yeah, let's get to work.
You know what I mean?
Straight up. All right, so flashing forward, you said the first break was when Pouya tapped in with you and basically invited you to Miami.
Yeah.
Is he from Miami?
He's from Miami, yeah.
Okay.
He's from Miami.
Okay. So forgive me, I know some of the names and I know he's doing big shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know the full background.
I'd rather it be like that, though, because we have a fluid conversation, you know what I mean?
Cool.
You don't know the answer, so, like.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Break it down for me, man. Like, what was that angle about, and then, like, what was he doing at the time as an artist?
So I met Pouya 2016, end of 2015. Let me get the time right. I met him end of 2015. We were doing a show in LA, and he was living in LA at the time. And then we chopped it up, whatever. We became cool friends. And then beginning of 2016, he hit me. He was like, "Yo, why don't you get on this tour with me?"
So, but he was at a different stage than you as an artist.
Yeah. Like, Pouya was.
That's what I mean. Like, so what's his lane and what's his music about?
We were kind of rapping in the same room.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He wasn't as dark as I was at the time. But he was bubbling. He's still doing his thing for sure. But at the time, he was off the SoundCloud bubble, doing his shit, you know what I mean? He was touring, doing like actual tours. You know what I mean? He had a booking agent and whatnot. He was official with it, you know what I mean? And he just hit me up, and then he was like, "Yo, why don't you come on tour with me?" And 2016, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm down." And then got on tour, caught a glimpse of everything and how official everything can be and should be. And he told me, he's like, "Come back to Miami. We'll get some shit rocking." I'm like, all right, bet, cool. And then I met his producer. His name is Mikey the Magician, which I worked a lot with. He was like, "Yeah, come stay at the studio." I stayed at his studio, like actually stayed at his studio. He got this whole renter center set up for me to stay at his studio, a bed, a dresser, a whole bunch of shit. Basically made my house the studio. And 2016 was working. I would go from back and forth from here to Miami. I go like a month to Miami, come back for like a month and a half, or like that, up until 2017 when I actually moved out there.
So this is a minute ago. We're talking almost 10 years now.
Type shit, yeah.
Wow.
Type shit, yeah.
Yeah, and then sorry, just to backtrack a little bit, because I meant to say this earlier, but something else that struck me about what you said is not giving up when you just getting 100 plays on something.
Yeah.
Because that's when a lot of people
lose
faith.
I mean, some people can't catch a break. Life happens. You know, life comes into play, and then, like, what do you got bills to pay? And music's not gonna pay the bills. You can't be wasting your time on music if you're not making no money. Yeah. But at the same time, like, like I was just always the type of person to be like, yo, I wanna hit rock bottom with it until I say I quit. You know what I mean? I wanna dive in head first. Yeah. And if I'm not at the lowest of the lowest, I'm still going. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm against the ropes. What you mean? Yeah. Yeah, I'm against the ropes, but I ain't knocked the fuck out. Yeah. So I'm still in the fight, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you're gonna take some L's along the way.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Bro, like, I mean, it didn't I've been doing it for 12 years, but it didn't become a legitimate business for me up until like 7 years ago.
Right. So you're in a way you're just getting started.
I was just doing it to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that brings us to, so by 2017 you just stayed down And this is also interesting to me too, because this is an artist that's at a like higher level than you, but he's not like, oh, his numbers aren't whatever. He's just like, oh, his shit's dope.
Yeah,
come fuck with me.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's how I was like when I was coming up in the rap scene. Like nobody cared about like how big you were. You know what I mean? As long as you were dope, that's all that mattered.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like there was no egos in the play. You know, and I'm the same way. Like to this day, like I have no ego. Like if you're dope, you're dope. I can't deny that, and I'd rather have you around, and you know, we get to know each other, and then make some music together. Because at the end of the day, like what do you get out of pushing somebody down? Nothing. You could be uplifting them.
Yeah.
And they could be the next, goddamn superstar.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how it is, and that's how it was.
I'm also like, I don't give a fuck about your numbers, bro.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the numbers can be fucking faked.
Yeah, and
we all know that.
And that was a thing too, for sure.
Yeah, we all know that. We all know you just back in the day is clicking refresh 1,000 times, right?
Yeah, I got to a point where there was like a wall full of phones.
Yeah.
And just people, getting
motherfuckers in Pakistan and shit just all day running your views up.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
But like you can have someone with the most views and they're popping for this moment, but that doesn't mean they're tight, and that also doesn't mean they're gonna even be around next year. Right.
No, yeah, and like and it goes back to me saying like there's so many avenues for music artists, but at the same time, there's so many avenues that there's so many artists coming out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like they'll catch a little flame or whatever, get a little ember, but then that shit will die out fast, just as fast as they got up. You know what I mean? So like I'm fortunate enough to be doing this for so long, in such a crazy battlefield, for lack of words.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So because there's so many artists coming, there's probably like 10 artists around this block.
There's 10 artists in the studio here today. No, that's real talk. So by 2017, by the time you get with Pouya, this is when you start releasing stuff professionally?
In a sense, yeah. Like I was with prior to Pouya, I was with a group named Suicide Boys.
Okay, so that was prior. Okay,
that was prior. Yeah. I've been I was with G59, late 2014, ending 2014, beginning of 2015, and I met them. That's the group I went on tour with, and when we met Pouya.
Okay.
Yeah. So
let's talk about that real quick, if you don't mind. Again, I know the name. I know it's some big shit.
Right.
I've heard some music here and there, but I'm not that familiar, so please break down Suicide Boys for me.
Yeah, I mean, same type of music, dark shit, real Memphis inspired at the time. We were two peas in a pod type shit. Like we were making the same type of music, same avenue for us, and then we hit each other up on Twitter, and then we just got to rocking.
And where are they from?
They're from New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
Damn. So you're really
like I'm
national.
out here touching. I'm trying to spread out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the best way to get your music out?
Yeah.
Spread it out.
So were you a member of that group?
Yeah, I was a member of the record of the G59 Records.
Okay. So that's like a whole collective, basically.
Yeah, it was a whole collective. It was us three at the moment. It was the Suicide Boys and then me, and then we met Pouya. Pouya did an album with the boys prior, and then that's when I went on tour with Pouya.
Got you.
Yeah.
I know there's gonna be someone in the comments right now like, how the fuck do you not know this shit, bro?
Yeah. So I was a part of G59 for a hot minute.
Okay, so that's their record label.
Mm-hmm.
So are you learning how like the game of distribution?
Yeah, I mean like
touring and all that?
Yeah. So like once I met Pouya and I met the homie Mikey pretty much broke down a lot of the business for me. Like he would teach me, about like masters, publishing, sound exchange, EMIs, ASCAPs, you know what I mean? Like all these different avenues that music, brings in income. you know. So like, he was just telling me about it. He was teaching me about everything, and then got insight and started building the team that I have now.
Okay.
So like the team that I have now, they've been working with me for about 9 years.
No, okay.
Yeah, so like, you know, pretty much day one homies.
So what is this? So is this management?
I got management. I got business management. I got merchandise management, merchandise assistant. I got we got marketing now. We got the whole machine.
Designer.
Yep.
Is there a videographer,
photographer, media guy? Yeah, the whole shebang, everything.
How did you, for those listening who might want to like follow that blueprint, how did you go about building your team?
I mean, you know what I mean? Like anybody else, you want trustworthy people on your team, you know what I mean? You know, and like it goes back to me saying that no ego thing. Like if you have people who have egos in your team, it's not going to work out. You know what I mean? Especially if you yourself have an ego and you think you're on a high horse.
Yeah.
It's not going to work out. You know what I mean? Me, like, as long as you do your job good and it's fire, that's all that matters. And if you're a good person, way better, even better. You know what I mean? So like a lot of the people that I have on my team, I met through mutual friends.
Okay.
And I'm the type of person like, yo, if you're my homie's homie, you're a good dude.
Yeah.
Because I don't surround myself around no bullshit.
Right.
No people that are trying to get out on nobody.
Right.
Like, that's all that matters. Like, if you the homie's homie, I know you're a good dude. Because we have similar interests and we have similar values. You know, we have a similar moral code.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So it just kind of came organically.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Like, you know, I never try to force anything, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the type of person like, yo, like, if you fuck with me, tight. But if you have a better offer and I can't give you what you want and you find somebody else that can give it to you,
do your thing.
Please do that.
Yeah.
Please. Mm-hmm. I encourage you to do that.
Yeah, because at the beginning, I mean, when you're talking about building a team, right, there's like people you hire.
Right.
Like, here's your shot here, come with me on the road and film everything, right. And I'll pay you. And then there's sometimes where you got to be like, look, bro, we got to stay down to come up. Like
that's exactly what it was for me. Like a lot of these guys, I mean, all these guys, everybody on my team has been down since day one, and there's been times where I can't pay them.
Yeah.
Or they'd have to get a crazy pay cut.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they're understanding and they see the vision just as much as I do.
Right.
And they're down for the cause.
And these are all the folks you're with today, because you came in deep today. Man. A lot of times people just show up one person. You got the team with you.
Yeah, I got the whole team.
That's
missing
good.
My manager, but yep.
Okay. So you're basically learning this game. You're with Suicide Boys and their label.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're getting around Pouya, and the whole time you're kind of like,
I'm just watching everything. I'm observing the game, you know, trying to soak in as much as I could. You know what I mean? While also trying to do the music shit. Because at the time, I was doing pretty much everything. I was making my cover arts, doing my merch, mixing, mastering my own stuff, you know, uploading it to the distributions, you know, trying to, you know, get good pushes, you know, booking my own shows. You know, I was doing a lot of the land work, you know, out in the field.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, but it teaches you a lot.
Fuck yeah. That's honestly the best way to do it, because a lot of people have the entitlement mentality.
Right.
A lot of people are like, do this for me.
Nah.
I don't like to ask people to do shit for me that I can't do myself.
Right.
I would rather fuck with you and have you do it, but I don't need you to do it, because it's gonna get done regardless.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of us come from that, of like that hustle, bro. Like,
yeah.
You know, back in the days, it was passing out the flyers and taping up the posters.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't do that. I do that. I still edit my shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, same.
Really?
Same. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Tight.
I did 2 visualizers for YouTube. I'm just like I'm at the crib.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? Like nothing changes. You know what I'm saying? Just because you get a bigger check or you pushing more number, nothing changes.
Well, if you have the skill to do something,
yeah, like why wouldn't you want to sit there and like let that shit go to waste? Why would you want to let it go to waste?
Yeah, that's another method of being an artist.
Yeah,
like when I edit my clips, I'm like, I know no one can fuck with me. on the edit. That's right, y'all. All these clips you've been seeing, that's me grabbing the footage and putting up the subtitles because I'm raw at this shit.
Yeah.
If I meet somebody that's rawer than me,
Yep.
I'm gonna be like, huh, you got it.
And another thing, ain't nobody gonna do it the way you want to do it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know, like that. I had that shit so many times where I'm going back and forth with a bunch of people.
Right. Exactly.
And I'm just like, you know what?
Man,
fuck that. Let me just do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just, there was more of that. It was just like, man, fuck that. Ain't nobody gonna do the way I want it.
Right.
So let me just figure it out. YouTube is a fucking great source of material.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, tutorials.
If you sitting here saying that I don't know how to do it, get your ass on YouTube, man.
Man, just pull out your phone, buddy. Figure it out, man. No, that's real talk. I mean, that's why I also asked like about how the team came together and all that, because there is a certain point where it's just a matter of your time is valuable. So
yeah, like these guys know, like you know what I mean. Like if I have it, I'm gonna break it off. You know what I mean? Especially in the days when I wasn't getting shit.
Yeah.
Like they understood, like, hey, if I have it, I'm gonna break it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some days it might be hard, and other days might be fucking amazing. You know what I mean? Just stick with me. Stick with me, and then we'll get to the yellow brick road.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, also when you fuck with other hustlers, like I like to bring around camera people or videographer people or whoever that know. I'm gonna put you in position where you can do other shit that's good 100%. For what you're doing, 100%, bro.
Yep.
Like if you take photos and you come fuck with me, you're gonna get some dope photos.
Yep.
Not just of me either, and you're gonna be in a position where you can meet other people and network 100%. And build. And there's more to bring to the table than just I'm gonna just cut you this check.
Yeah. No, like, and I always tell my guys too. I'm like, yo, I'm a step, brother.
Right.
If you can get to the next level.
Right.
Do it, man. Like, do it.
Right.
I'm not holding you back. I'm not gonna be no hater. I'm not gonna be sitting in the back like just pocket watching you.
Right.
For what?
Right.
I get nothing out of it.
Well, that's the difference too. Is you're bringing value to the table because what you're doing along this journey is starting to pay off.
Yeah.
Because the artists we mentioned are all nationwide, worldwide touring.
Mm-hmm.
So you're hitting the road. So we talked about 2017. You moved to Miami.
Moved to Miami. Yep.
What happened in 2018?
2017. I put out like my first debut album.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I put my first debut album out, and I started getting my whole team put together. Like, you know what I mean? Well, like the booking agents and stuff. Started dealing with that. Got my manager. And everything started happening. You know what I mean? From 2017 to 2018, once I dropped that debut album, everything started happening for me. Or I would make it happen. You know what I mean? I would be sitting in the studio. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to wait for somebody to book me. I'm going to go do this shit. I'm going to pay for the money for myself. I'll rent out the venue if I have to.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like, I went on my first solo tour.
You booked your own
my own shit, yeah.
You booked it.
I booked it.
You hit up every venue. I said, "Hi, I'm Ramirez. I want to perform."
Like, yo, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to get this shit going. You know what I mean?
What size venues are we talking here?
Like 150, 200 people.
That's the move, though.
Or like sometimes, like
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Like, or sometimes one of the homies in a different city will like know an abandoned warehouse.
Nice.
So all we would do was bring a PA system.
Wow.
And rock that bitch out. Maybe break the floor or some shit.
That kind of fits for your lane of music.
Yeah,
though,
so
right?
like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like I grew up on a lot of hardcore music too. So like I get a lot of inspiration. I got a lot of inspiration from them.
I can kind of see that.
So it was a lot of DIY, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, we got to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
If we want to do this show, we're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I got a lot of inspiration from that side of music that I was rocking with, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there's a small ass venue in Richmond. It's not even a venue, bro. I don't even know what to fucking call it.
It's like a warehouse.
Like a warehouse thing where there a lot of hardcore bands used to go.
I think I heard of that because I know they got a punk and hardcore scene out there. In Richmond.
Like, you know what I'm saying, like. So I'd go to those type of shows and shit, and I just see everything unfold.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just like, damn, like these dudes are fucking shit up, doing it by themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that, like, it was a lot of, it was like a callback to that. I was just like, oh, all the things from my childhood, I'm remembering like, damn, these are tools I can use.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't just for my enjoyment at the time. Like, this is lessons. No. These are lessons that I'm learning.
Yeah. You know? There's a difference between like, oh, I'm just going to go rap over here and that's tight. So people came, and then there's a point where you're like, I got to make some shit happen.
Yeah. And like, you know what I mean? Like, I have such a good fan base. You know, a lot of people that have been listening to me since they were super young and have been growing up with me. And have been to those shows. Like, a lot of kids that come to the shows are like, yo, this is like my 9th time seeing you.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So, like, it's super dope. Like, they've been there.
Your fans are going to ride with you. And they're going to be invested in your progression.
Right.
Because there is something special about being able to say, bruh, I was listening to that shit.
Right.
When nobody was fucking with that.
Yeah,
I told you. I was trying to tell you.
Oh, God.
Play that Ramirez shit, bud.
Oh, God. And it's like a pride. It's a pride thing.
It is.
It's like, damn, I'm proud of that shit.
Yeah. Like, you belong to the cool guy club.
Yeah.
You were on it before anybody else, which does say something, because sometimes people are only interested in hype.
Right, yeah, no.
Sometimes people are like, oh, this is some hot shit.
And I think that's like a dilemma, though. Like, you might be the dude coming up, but once you start getting up here, a lot of people that were listening to you down here might not fuck with you because you're up here no more.
Do you feel like that's happening?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Really?
Yeah, a lot. I think a lot of people are like, oh man, I'm not fucking with him because
you're successful.
He's sold out or fucking, you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think it happens a lot of times. You know what I mean? I think it goes unspoken, but I know it's there.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You know what I mean?
I have an approach to losing fans, and what I say to that is, don't let the door hit you on the way out, man.
Nah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
I don't chase them. I replace them, man. You know what I mean?
For sure, 100%.
You can leave at any time, brother. You can hit unsubscribe, brother. It's all good. There's more where that came from.
Nah, you're 100% right though. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? You're not gonna keep them around forever. You know and the people that you really invested in are the people who are your fucking ride or dies. Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? Like, the people that are gonna rock with you no matter what you do are the people that are actual fans. You know what I mean? And that's what matters most.
I think it's also like that like personal connection we're talking about.
Yeah.
Where people are like, fuck, this was just for me and my friends. And now everybody has access to this.
Yeah.
I could see how that could happen with you if you do got some motherfucker that went to go see you in a fucking abandoned building.
Yeah. People like, yo, I seen him when he
and now you got to pay $60 for a ticket or something like that.
You know what I mean? Like, people will be like, yo, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, what the fuck is going on? I've seen him when he was doing goddamn 30 people.
Right.
10 people. Now he's fucking doing this and he switched up everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like I have it's like a cult like fan base.
No, I noticed that immediately when I first heard it. I think somebody told me about you like 2018.
Right.
So it's probably around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot to get somebody on my radar because I'm, like you said, I'm tunnel vision. So
yeah.
But that's when I first heard your name coming out. So yeah, it definitely seemed like you already had like your brand down, your music, your art, your merch. I noticed like, oh, this dude's like, where the fuck did he come from? Because you already had your shit like together.
Yeah. Like, and that's like one thing I really pride myself on. Like, I'm super detail-oriented, where I need everything pristine.
Yeah.
I need everything to be calculated. Everything needs to be organized. Like, I don't want to be like trying to figure shit out.
No.
Like, no, when I come to you, I'm coming to you with a portfolio. You know what I mean? This is Ramirez. This is what he does. This is what he looks like. This is the whole aesthetic of everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is a brochure of what I'm doing. You fucking with me? Nah? All right. Next. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow. So you learned the business. You really did learn the business from these guys you were running around.
Yeah, man. And like, we were all coming up together.
Yeah.
So they're learning just as much. They're learning as I'm learning from them. Mm-hmm. Until to this day, I'm still learning. You know what I mean? Like, especially nowadays with the whole streaming shit, like, the game changes. You know what I mean?
Pretty
the game
fucked up, bro.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, the game changes. The game is not the same way that it was in the 90s or the early 2000s.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, now there's so many factors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? TikTok, fucking IGs. You know, there's so many avenues for music to get money. You know what I mean? Like we gotta find everything out. You gotta figure out when to post on Instagram for the algorithms.
Best times, yeah.
You get like mind-boggling shit. You know what I mean? Because when I was coming up on SoundCloud, you just post.
You just post it, yeah.
And people see it.
Or they don't.
Or they don't, exactly. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna. The post from like 2 weeks ago is not gonna be the first one on your feed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow. So 2018, you dropped the solo. What, that was the Gray Gorilla?
The Gray Gorilla, yep.
Okay. And then from there, it got a good response.
It got good response. I was doing singles in between. Did a tour, and I dropped my second album, 2019, if I'm not wrong, if I'm not mistaken.
Which one was that?
Son of Serpentine.
Okay.
It's the one with the snake on it. Did that one, and then 2020 I dropped the first Playa Manual, and that's the one that really like
turns you up.
Yeah.
What do you think it was that made that album so successful?
I think the sound. It was a sound that nobody was really doing. You know what I mean? Like it was nostalgic. Not only nostalgic, it was modern. You know what I mean? It was just a blend of different shit at the moment, and like nobody was really making that sound.
I imagine that's another thing that's like served you very well, is that you're not like chasing. It's funny because we're talking about SoundCloud,
right?
But you're not making SoundCloud raps.
No. Because I like making music that I like listening to.
Yeah.
Like I don't like a lot of people ask me like, oh, like who's your favorite rapper now? Like I don't have one because I don't listen to rap.
You're like me, motherfucker.
100%. Like
that's a valid answer.
I don't listen to rap nowadays. You know what I mean? Like I listen to the old shit.
Yeah.
But like music, like my actual music taste is like
you're not checking every Friday what just came out.
I don't care who's coming out.
Right.
Like unless like I come across your song coincidentally, and I fuck with it, I'm gonna fuck with it.
Yeah.
But I'm not looking for what Playboy Cardi is dropping, or you know what I mean. I'm not looking for that. Like,
that can be distracting when you're trying to stay creative in your own way.
I guess I'm fucking. What's bro's name from the Christmas movie? The old dude.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
I guess I'm Scrooge when it comes to music. I don't care.
I'm the same way, bro.
Don't care.
1000%.
If it's not the music I like, I get that shit away from me.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I also have to be invested in like the artist as a person.
Right.
Like if you seem like a J-Cat, then I can't fuck with that, bro.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, like there's great different genres that I will go look for.
Right.
Like there's like, you know, nowadays they're doing the soul revival shit. Like, you know, like where it sounds like it's shit from the 70s and whatnot.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'll go looking for that.
Yeah.
Quicker than I will go looking for any rap music.
No doubt, me too. I mean, you have to stay inspired.
Yeah.
You have to find different sources of inspiration.
Yeah, for sure. And my inspiration comes from the older music that I used to listen to, you know what I mean?
I noticed that, bro. I think it's kind of bothered me, especially in the Bay.
Right.
That I keep throwing any new album from Oakland, Frisco, Richmond, and it's probably gonna sound like Detroit or Chicago or Atlanta.
Right.
Your shit has its own feel, and it's a classic type of vibe. Like there's a reason why like 90s artists are still headlining arenas,
right,
and streaming like crazy,
right.
And some shit that came out 5 years ago you don't even fucking remember, because it's a timeless type of sound.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean that's what I end up trying to make is timeless music, something you can revisit in 10 years and be like, damn, this still slaps. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you know, I don't know. I always thought of it like this. Like, I want to make something that my uncles can slap.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like, damn, this shit just bumping. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, like that's the thing about like today's music is it's a lot of overproducing of music, and not only that, it's a lot of the sound that me personally, I feel like it's not gonna have a longevity.
No one's gonna give a fuck next year, bro.
Yeah, I might be wrong though. Motherfuckers might be in the comments like you said.
No, you're not wrong,
like
bro.
Old head over here.
Nah, fuck that. No.
You know what I mean?
Nah,
like,
that's what youngsters need to understand. It's
Yeah.
like I be looking at some of this shit like, okay, it's cool that you like that, young man. That's dope. Salute to you, but you're not gonna give a fuck about it next year.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen it. I've been around long enough to see that happen. Every now and then, something comes out, and you're like, "Oh, this is one of them ones."
Right.
Most of the shit, they're gonna be like, "Why the fuck did I listen to this? The fuck was I thinking?"
Nah, you for sure. I mean, yeah.
Hey, I'll say it so you don't have to, bro. You know what I mean? I'll take the hits on this one.
Nah, I mean that. I mean, like I think of it the same way. Like some of the shit I was listening to, and like, you know.
Exactly. That's
Back
why
in
I
the
can
day.
say that. Yeah, I've been through it too. You feel me?
You know what I mean? So like, yeah, nah. I mean, that was my full like thing with that album. Is like, what can I do that'll make it kind of timeless? You know what I'm saying?
Well, even that name, the Player's Manual, like the player shit kind of went out the window musically and in the world too.
Right.
Like people stopped keeping it player.
Right.
So that's like a good brand to carve around that
Right.
album. When you say like that got like a better response, was it more press coverage, numbers, or touring, or just what made it seem like it hit different?
I think the sound in general, cause
The response to the sound.
Yeah, the response to the sound, because it wasn't as dark driven. It wasn't as like, you know, like, don't get me wrong, there's this super big fan base for that dark music, but at the same time, like that album itself was an album that you could play for your mom,
Okay.
for your uncle, for, you know what I'm saying? It's a more inviting album. It's a sound that can spread out easier than the darker stuff that I was making.
And that's kind of an interesting full circle moment to this conversation, because we started talking about like horrorcore and stuff like that, which, man, I just thought about like the time in my life when I was bumping Season of the Sickness. I wasn't in the best place when I was bumping that album. You know what I mean? It fit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But as you get older, you do kind of start to incorporate more sounds and
Hell
styles.
yeah, man. Yeah, for sure.
So, and then you're no longer part of Suicide Boys, or is it just
the record label? No, not anymore. No.
you just do your own thing?
Yeah. It just got to a point where it's just like, you know what, like, you know, I've been here for so long. You know, I think it's time for me to see what I can do as Ramirez himself. No, not tied to no affiliation. You know what I mean? Like,
Did you feel like you were getting too associated with other people's stuff too?
The thing is, it's like what I feel was like, if you come from, like, since I came from that record label, there's like a certain sound that you got to do.
Got you.
That's what I felt like. You know what I mean?
Got you.
And I don't want to do a disservice of not doing that sound and being there. I don't want to be that. You know, I don't want to be that guy and like just like take it all the left field and people are like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This is this record label. It should be sounding like this.
Right.
And 100%, I get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I was a fan, I would want the record label I love to keep it the way they are.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? And then it was just that, and then like I was just having like, you know, late night conversations with myself. And I'm like, I got kids now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
How many kids you got?
I got 2. I got a little 2-year-old, my little daughter, and we just had a 2-month-old in May.
Congrats.
Thank you, man.
That'll do it. You're like looking at your daughter like, do I want to rap about this stuff for the rest of my life?
You know what I mean? Like, it just came down to that. It was just like, damn, like, I'm getting older, man. Like, I'm not doing the same shit I was doing. I'm out here in the backyard working on my garden and shit, you know, whipping the party wheel.
Yeah.
I'm not on the same shit, like, you know.
That's great. That's good.
On top of that, it was just like, it came to a point where it was just like, all right, what do you want? What's the next thing that Ramirez wants to do? What do you want to do? And it was just like, man, I want to build something that my own. I want to build something that, you know what I mean, I can look back on and be like, yeah, that's mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always nice to like carve your own little.
Yeah.
This is my shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you started with these other artists, but now you kind of got to stand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't want to like just skip over anything. So Player's Manual does well in 2020.
Yeah.
That was also an interesting time to like drop music because it's
COVID?
pandemic. Yeah, so motherfuckers was in the house like
Yeah, bro.
streaming shit.
And I got a lot of like shit for it too.
What you mean? Oh, because you was outside?
Not even no. Well, I was outside, but at the same time, like I got a lot of shit because everybody's like, "Damn, why would you drop one of your best albums when you can't do shit?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I went on a small tour run, but then right by the time I came back, everything went on lockdown.
Okay.
So like, you know what I mean? I'm getting like a lot of shit like, oh yeah, like it's not gonna do that good because you can't really promote it. This and that.
That's not true though, right?
Nah, bro,
Yeah.
that shit fucking went
Shit
crazy.
did well, because motherfuckers was in the house
Slapping.
slapping.
I think that was the best time.
Yeah, it was. There was a time that was a pivotal year for me too, because I noticed some of my artist friends were like, "Fuck," you know what I'm saying? Like the world is over. Fuck it. My tour got canceled. Just gonna stay home.
Right.
Be safe, everybody.
Right.
I was like, shit, we better get busy. Like,
yeah.
That pandemic shows you what type of person you're gonna be. You either gonna get busy living or get busy dying.
100%.
You know, respectfully.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And you can see what happened to people.
Yeah, man.
who got
Like you
busy.
know, like I did that, and then I was just grinding that shit, pushing it. You know what I mean? I was doing my little live streams on the internet. You know what I mean?
Or on Twitch.
No, on Instagram, because this is the time when
IG
Instagram Live just happened.
Yeah.
So everybody was on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was on IG Live doing that. You know, just pretty much doing anything I could to keep on top of everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I remember me and my boy who helped me produce it, we did like our own NPR thing on IG Live.
Like a little newscast.
Yeah, like you know,
Like the tiny desk.
like the tiny desk, exactly.
Desk. Mm-hmm.
We did like our own little NPR thing. We were just playing the live music for the cameras and stuff. You know, we did that one time. We were just doing anything we could just to keep the past, like make the time go by.
And once the lockdown ended, now you're doing world tours and shit like that.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing like Europe tours and stuff for a while now.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, I think the first time I went to Europe was 2018.
Oh, okay.
After the second album.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you've done like Australia.
In Australia, we just did Japan last year.
Yeah.
Do Europe. We try to do Europe every year, or at least out here, and that's it. That's pretty much it.
You mentioned Russia earlier.
Yeah, we did Russia.
What year was that?
The first time I went to Europe, I think it was 2018.
What was that like?
It was cool.
I fuck with Russia. I don't know why. I just got something about Russia, bro.
Moscow's tight.
I just think that shit's hella tight.
Moscow's cool. St. Petersburg's cool. Everything else though, it's kind of a little sad. I'm not gonna hold you.
Sad, huh?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like it. I like that industrial. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I like that communist, like, you know what I mean? The fallout, I just like that type of Cold War.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm crazy about that type of shit.
Yeah, for real.
The Russian people are like some of the toughest people in the world because they've been through the most shit.
Bro.
Yeah.
They're dealing with it.
Yeah, you feel me? They've been going through it.
Yeah.
That's tight, bro. So would you say that like year after year it just keeps getting better? Or have you had ups and downs?
Nah, for sure. It for sure gets better.
It gets different though, huh?
Yeah, like me, like I'm a slow burn artist. You know what I mean? Like my numbers I'm not generating big ass numbers every year. I'm not going from 1 million to 10 million in 1 year. You know what I mean?
You're staying consistent.
I stay consistent and I get a slow climb.
Yeah.
And I'd rather it that way.
Yeah, man, that's some crazy shit when we start this conversation talking about 100 plays on SoundCloud and now you're like, just do 1 million. That's perspective, right?
Yeah, no, it is. It is though, for real.
I think about that, like sometimes you put some shit out there that does numbers and then you're like, all right, cool. I did numbers.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like what's next? Like I need more numbers in a way because you want to keep your
climb growing.
You want to keep progressing.
Yep.
So is this a good time to go into the latest album? Or are we skipping over anything?
No. After TPM 1, I took like a 2-year hiatus where I really didn't do much.
Was that when you had your child?
No. I had my kid 2023.
Okay.
So I went on a 2-year hiatus. Didn't really do much. And then dropped 2 tapes. And then, did a couple of videos, and that was it.
What was the hiatus?
I was just ducked off, you know what I mean? Just in the cut.
You was chilling.
I was just chilling. I felt burnt out, honestly.
You were burnt out.
I was burnt
out.
Traveling, nonstop working on music.
Pressure?
A little bit of pressure, you know what I mean? Because I was pretty much carrying a lot of the burden at the time.
As a solo person doing the
work.
Like,
you know what I mean? I found my guys and stuff. I had them working with me and whatnot. But at the same time, like, at that moment in time, I was really the type of person, like I'll do it.
Right.
I'll do it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll do it. I don't want to burden you.
Right.
I'll do it. Don't trip. You know what I mean? Up until, like, I want to say a few years ago when I relinquished that and I got better with being able to, like, nah, it's cool. You can do it. Like, trusting people. You know what I mean?
Takes a while to transition when you're used to moving on your own time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I've always trusted my guys, but it was more of just like, I don't want to burden you. I don't want to put that, on your back.
Yeah, man. That's a trip, right? I go through that sometimes too. I'm like, oh, I feel bad asking this guy to do that shit.
And that was like a lot of my problem. It was like I would carry a lot of weight, so that's why I was like, man, you know what? I'm not doing no music. I'm not doing shit for 2 years. And I was blessed enough to do that.
You just could sit back and off the work that you had already put in.
Yeah, like I was enjoying the fruits of the fruits of my labor.
Sometimes for me, the best shit is waking up and being like, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't do that for a while.
I can go to the grocery store. I can go walk my dog.
Right.
I can go chill with wifey all day. Mm-hmm. I can go to the lab if I want to.
Yep.
I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. When you come from like a 9 to 5 where it's like, this is your break time. This is your lunch. Man, you take that shit serious.
For sure. Yeah. So like, that's pretty much what happened with me. I just felt burnt out and I was like, man, you know what? I need to chill. Mm-hmm. And 1 year turned into 2, and then I was like, oh shit, I've been chilling too much.
Yeah. You do got to keep your foot on the gas.
Yeah.
I mean, but being 31, it's interesting because I'm 38, and I feel like the 30s is like the time, bro.
No, it's prime. We're in our prime.
Prime time,
it's prime,
bro. I do not feel like an old head, even if a 16-year-old thinks I'm old. But most of the 16-year-olds I mean fuck with me, so I must be doing something right. You know what I mean? Like, hip hop has changed so much to where the age limit, the expiration date, like all that shit's out the fuck. My favorite rappers are like in their 50s, bro. So like you got plenty of time to like make shit happen.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, I look at my 20s like baby steps.
Right.
Right now, I'm in my teenager years right now. I'm prime time.
Yeah. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. You seem hungry right now.
Yeah. Nah, man. I'm starving.
Yeah. Good.
I'm starving. Yeah.
Good. What do you think? What do you think is like left on your bucket list? Like, or what is motivating you right now?
I need to get the Grammy. I need to get a Grammy, or at least a nomination. If I get a nomination, I'll be like, yeah, I'm doing something. Or I did something. You know what I mean? Yeah,
for sure. That's what I meant earlier about like once you hit like 1 million views or 1 million or whatever the fuck, you're like, to me, this at one point that might have been huge.
Yeah.
And then you get there and you're like, this ain't that fucking big.
Like you get up there and you're just like, oh, I need more.
I need some more. Nah, real shit. And when I like that you said a Grammy, because that means really making an impact on music.
Yeah, and that's what this album was for me. This new one.
The new one.
Like we did it sonically. It's not like any regular rap music. You know what I mean? Where it's just you put in 808s and you know whatever dev you're using, you make the beat through. Now like we got actual instruments to come in. Like we got horns. We got saxophones, trumpets, trombones.
Wow.
We got harps coming through, the violins. Like, sonically, like, I wanted it to be an experience. You know what I mean? And, like, I don't know. For me, I can tell the difference when something is played out and when it's not. Like, it sounds fuller. You know, it sounds grander.
Oh, you mean when it's actually a instrumentalized. Yeah. As opposed to like a synth sound or something like
some digital instruments or not.
Right.
So like that's pretty much the avenue we're taking it in.
How did you end up linking with Empire?
I just knew Ghazi hit up my manager. He's like, yo, come to the office. And we did. Chopped it up. And I mean, ever since I met Ghazi has always been like, yo, come fuck with us. Like, we'll take care of you. Come fuck with us. Like, you know what I mean? What not better than being with the home team? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Did that take you a while, though, to make that decision? Or because you seem like also like you're so in your own lane that...
Yeah, like, nah, I mean, it was just like, you know, when I first met him, I was just like, like, you know, like, let me see. Like, that's just me, though. Like, you know, I'm such a, like, closed off person where I'm just like, let me figure it out. I want to figure it out.
Yeah, right.
You know, let me figure it out. Let me see how the wheels turn.
Right.
You know, on my end. And then we met again, and I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause like, you know, it's different when you meet like label reps or like label CEOs and whatnot, and everybody's like shaking your hands. Like,
yeah. Did you get a lot of approached by a lot of other labels?
We did. Yeah, we did. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, like you get the run of the mill. People just beating around the bush. Beating around the bush,
yeah.
Beating around the bush, you're just shaking your hand because they want something from you.
Yeah, like you did some numbers. Your last video reached this many views.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's always some corporate shit. And if it didn't feel like that with Ghazi, you know what I mean? It was just more like, all right, let me figure it out. Like, I fuck with you for real. Like, I really do fuck with you. But I want to see if I can figure it out myself real quick. And then the second time we met, I'm like, yeah, like, this is home.
That's dope.
This is home. Like, it felt like home. You know what I mean? Like, nothing changed. My mind didn't change from the first time we met.
Right.
Like, you know, I didn't feel no different. Everything felt like I was already coming where I belong type shit.
I think so. Yeah, because you know, like I said earlier, like, that guy really cares about
for
artists
sure, man.
from the city.
And you can see it in his eyes too, man. Like,
he's a sincere person.
You know what I mean? Like, you could see it in his eyes, and that he truly means what he says.
I mean, this is what we've always needed here in the Bay and the city, is that infrastructure to where we don't have to do every single thing by ourselves, and then we can go somewhere that's not gonna play us,
right,
or be on some janky shit. Because that's the thing with a lot of other companies or managers or whatever. It's like, bro, I can do what you're doing better,
right,
by myself or with my team. And
that was a lot of the, like, shit with me.
Yeah,
I'm like, what am I doing that the labels aren't doing already? You know what I mean? Like, I'm already uploading my shit through all the fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the distributors and whatnot. Like, I'm paying for a PR team already. You know what I mean? Like, what am I doing that's not happening?
Yep. Yeah, at that point, that's when they just become like the bank.
Yeah. I'll just holding my money and charging me.
And you taking an interest on it.
Yeah, you charging me interest on holding it. You know what I mean? But it wasn't like that here. Like, you know what I mean? It was kosher. Everything was all good. Like, Ghazi put a whole machine behind me.
Right.
You know what I mean? On top of the guys that I already have now.
And you can see it. You can see it.
Right, hell yeah, you can see it. Like, you know what I mean? We got billboards and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You got fucking posters around the corner.
We got posters in the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a machine. That's what you want. As an artist, that's what you want. Somebody who believes in you that goddamn much that they're gonna do whatever they can in their power to help you.
Yeah, and that's where creativity meets business too, because you have to be creative to market, especially artists like you that has such a unique sound and unique audience. You kind of gotta know. You can't fucking put you in the same machine that Katy Perry's running through.
Right.
Your shit's like, it's got to be specialized and it's got to be creative and it's got to fit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Dope, man. So you're on tour, right? The fuck
right
now.
Yeah.
From Frisco with Love.
Yep.
I love that.
Hell yeah.
Where you hitting next?
Well, we're in August Hall tomorrow.
Okay.
August Hall.
Well, this will be out next week, so.
Oh, next week. Well, shit. Yeah. If you didn't go, you missed it.
You missed out.
Yeah, we're going to Santa Cruz after, and then we have Seattle, Portland, and we're gonna make our way to Denver, I think. Salt Lake. I don't know all the days, but we got about 17 shows left.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, man.
So put me on the list tomorrow.
I got you.
All right,
Hell yeah.
pull up on you. I meant to go to the FTC thing too, but
it's all good.
I had a conflict. But yeah, I'd like to check that out, bro.
No, yeah, for sure. Would love to have you there.
Okay. Well, thank you, Ramirez.
Nah, man. Pleasure's mine, bro.
Nah, this has been a great conversation, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad I got to finally fucking break through the mystery.
Nah, man. I mean, bro, like I told you, I've been watching this shit for a minute, so, you know.
Appreciate it.
I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad I could be a part of the history of the Bay.
No, you definitely are, fam. You definitely are, man, and I'm glad we can make this work. Shout out to my boy Danielle here at Empire making this happen as well.
Yeah, man. Shout out to homie.
And anytime you need my support, I'm right here, bro.
I appreciate it always. Appreciate that. Hell yeah.
That's what's up. Ramirez, motherfuckers.
Yeah, bitch.
We out of here. History of the Bay, Dregs One. Peace.
Yeah. Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California is a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay. Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California is a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay.